Checking in with the shelter of the Ohio SPCA in Lyman, we've got the manager, Jason Asaro, with us. And thanks for joining us, Jason. Tell us who you have with you.
Hi, I have Tigger here. He's just over a year old. He's a big boy. He's one of our favorites here at the shelter, though. He's just a snuggle bug.
All right, so he's up for adoption, right? And I guess you have many cats up for adoption.
Yes, we do. We have many, many cats up for adoption. A lot of them are very, very lovable. Some of them, need a little extra time, but they pretty much always transition very nicely into the home.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think people think a lot about dogs all the time, but, think about a cat. Life with a cat is a lot different. You don't have to worry about taking them outside and things like that, right?
Very true, very true. Yes, they're an easy first-time pet owner animal. They're a good starter pet, if you will. Or the next step up from, say, a hamster.
Sure enough. So we need more adoptions of cats because it seems like we have a lot of feral cats out there, right? I mean, you guys are trying to get them off the streets,
yes,
get them fixed. This is one of those situations where, spay and neuter is really important.
Yes, absolutely. And, just with the economy the way it is, especially with COVID, we definitely could use the help from the public to do their part, whether it be coming in and adopting if you're in the market for it, because of course the more we can adopt out of the shelter, the more we can bring in off the streets, and that's a big part of what we like to try to do. And the TNR programs have fallen through with COVID and everything, and they are working on trying to get something else going on. I did hear that. So hopefully something like that will be able to come into play. But really the adoptions is a big part of it. We get calls all the time, and it's an up and down from week to week. One week we may be too full to take in any cats, and the next week we'll get a good amount of adoptions, and we can take in some more. But the more we get out, the more we can bring in. It's just as simple as that.
Right, yeah. So think about adopting a cat. All right, also think about perhaps volunteering. You guys can always use volunteers and donations, right?
Yes. Absolutely. We're always looking for good volunteers. It's a tough job. It's a dirty job, but it's a very rewarding job. You get to level on the animals. You get to walk the dogs, get to socialize with some of them, do a little bit of dirty work, get a little bit of reward, and we get people coming in, even if it's just once a month. Every little bit helps,
Mm-hmm. And so like you said, if you volunteer, you can do a variety of things, and so you can fill their niche. What about donations? This is the time of year where people try to be generous, and you need donations year-round, but what are you looking for?
Perfectly honest, when it does come down to it, nominal donations, financial donations, money. I mean, we're always looking for food. We go through 40 to 50 pounds of dog food a day, and about the same amount for cats as well. But we get no support from any other organization, so it's all through the public. So we really need the help from the public to keep the lights on, if you will. Everything that we do here is all supported by the public. So all the way down from the tiniest of things, from pens that we use to fill out the applications, ink for the printers, all of that has to come from somewhere, and it comes from the donations from the public. So we always need that support. You can always go onto our website at www.ohiospca.org and donate there. You can always send a check into the shelter here at 3606 Elida Road, Lima, Ohio, 45807, I believe it is. But yeah, you can always bring it here by hand as well. So we're always looking for things: food, soft food, cat food, kitten food, gloves. Everything. Really anything you can think of that you would use in your home, we can pretty much use here. Okay. Cleaning supplies. You want to get down now?
I say, yeah, I think he wants down. For a minute? Go ahead. But yeah, the bottom line is, think about you guys. Donations are needed, right?
Absolutely. It never goes away. 365 days a year, we're always in need of support from the public to help keep this the shelter running, to keep the animals fed and enriched with toys and blankets and toys, treats, all those things.
Right, yeah, exactly.
Even the cats, we give them treats and toys as well.
Exactly, of course they need them. All right, so don't forget about you guys for adoptions. Jason, thanks for joining us today.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Have a happy holiday.
All right, don't go away. Neuter Edition continues in a moment.